ਏਕੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਤਹਿ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੋਇ। Waheguru ji ki fateh, vigna vinasan soy. Welcome to another episode of Nanak Prakash Granth in English. In this episode we will be doing Utaraardh 2.9, Wisdom to the people of Brij, Ayudhya and Kanshi. The illuminating light, which is bright, the one that completes the wishes, the destroyer of pain, the giver of joy, victory be to you, O Goddess of wisdom, home of compassion. Shri Bala Sundarvaj. O son of Heru, Guru Angad Dev Ji, listen to the Katha. I will say it how I saw it. The home of virtues, Guru Nanak Dev Ji travelled on. His wish was to save the people by his mind and words. As he walked, Guruji spoke to me. I will show you the Brijshala of Krishna Khan, where he took an avatar to kill Kans, where he played in the home of Yashoda, where the daughter of Surya, Yamuna, flows proudly, and at the shores of Yamuna, Khan played in joy. He tended the cows, and on the mountain, where he killed the sinners and made the earth lighter, where he killed the dance, where he played with the other Gwala, cowherder kids. I will take you there. As Guruji spoke, we started to see the land of Brij. Guruji saw the Govardhan mountain and sat there. Mardana ji spoke, what is this huge mountain near the Yamuna? There is no other mountain like it around here. I am in doubt seeing this mountain. Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, when Ramchandra ji made the bridge on the ocean, since then this mountain has been here. Mardana ji said, please tell me its story. Prabhu ji said, listen, when the bridge of Rameshwar was complete, Raghubir ji said, don't bring any more rocks from the mountains. Hanuman ji sat here with the mountain on top of his head and didn't move. He didn't go back to Ramchandra ji. Obeying the command, the other monkeys left and went back to Ramchandra ji at Rameshwar. Shri Raghubir ji looked around and said, I don't see the mighty Hanuman. The other monkey said to Ramji, he is still holding the mountain on his head since he heard your command. Ramji said, go to him and call him back quickly. One of the monkeys went to Hanumanji and said, let's go, Raghuvirji is calling for you. Hanumanji said, I can't go now. The other monkey went back to Ramji and told him what Hanumanji had said. The son of Pavan is not coming. He said to me when I was picking up this mountain, the mountain said to me, don't take me from here. If you want to pick me up, then listen. Where the feet of Shri Ramchandra ji are, put me under his feet. If you want to put me somewhere else, it is better that I stay here. I said to him, all right, where Ramchandra ji, the holder of the sarang bow, is, I will put you under his feet, as you wish. I promise you. I picked up the mountain and started off. When I heard that the bridge of the ocean was complete, you told me to stop and not bring any more mountains. I heard the command and got confused. If I left the mountain here, my promise would break. If I take the mountain to you, that will be disobedience of a command from you. So I thought of this and stayed here. Shri Raghuvirji heard this and said, I will come as an avatar in Dwapar. I will play many plays on that mountain. I will walk on that mountain for a long time. The monkey went back to Hanuman and said to him what Ramji told him. Hanumanji left the mountain where it was and came back to Ramchandra ji, where he was standing. Since then, this mountain has been here. In Dwapar, the Murari took an avatar as the Madhusudan. He played with the Gwala kids and gopis in this mountain. See, this mountain is really pure. Keshav spent a long time on this mountain playing. He killed the clans of the dance. He killed many sinners. Guruji sat near the Kalindri, the Yamuna, as he told Mardana ji the story. Mardana ji was really happy to hear the Katha of Govardhan mountain. When Guruji came to Brij, there was a great mela there. Many men and women came to the mountain. Brahmacharis, Bairagis, Jatis, Satis, Vaishnavas, Tapis and Sannyasis, many had come to the bridge. Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the Omniscient One, knew every heart. He saw the fog of ignorance in Kalyug. The people were blind. Nobody's heart was pure. They were all tied by Maya and attachment. They would have never broken the bonds of their bodies. They were in pain from desire, anger, greed, and ego. They were stuck in attachment. They did facades during the day, making up stories of Gyan. They were drowning in the ocean of greed. They showed off their fakeness to others. In the night, they sinned. Some would become Krishan, and some would become Radha. The young people would disguise themselves and dance around. People would see them. The boys and girls would play like Krishan and Radha to do a facade. The dirty-minded people would see them and get aroused by lust. The boys and girls would meet each other and engage in lustful acts without fear, pretending to be Krishan and Radha. Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji understood the drama and had the rabab play. Guruji uttered a shabad in Ramkali Rag and sung it with love. Ramkali Mahla Pehla Ashtpadiyan Ek Oankar Satgur Prasad. The same moon rises and the stars are the same. The same sun rises with its earth. The earth is the same and the same wind blows. Look how the yuga plays in the heart of Jeeves, living beings. Give up your desire to life. Those who are accepted and approved, you act like tyrants in Kalyug. Recognize that this is a sign of Kalyug, Rahao. Kalyug has not been heard to have come to any country, or to be sitting by any Tirat sacred shrine. It is not where the generous person gives to charities, nor seated in the palaces constructed. If someone practices truth, his truth turns to lies. The tap is not successful tap. If someone chants the Lord's name, he is slandered. These are the signs of Kalyug. Whoever rules, he is humiliated. Why should the servant be afraid when the master is put in chains? He dies at the hands of his servant. Chant the praises of the Lord. Kalyug has come. The justice of the previous 3 yugs is gone. If one obtains virtue of bhakti, given to them by Kalapurkh, then one is in peace, Rahao. In this turbulent age of Kalyug, Muslim law decides the cases, and the black-hearted Qazis are the judges. The words of Brahma's Veds, Atharvan and the others, which have the praises of the Parmeshwar, that virtue, singing of the Lord's praises, are good deeds. Worship without faith, abstinence without truthfulness, the janya without chastity, what good are these? You may bathe and wash and apply the tilak mark to your forehead, but without inner purity, there is no purity. In Kalyug, the Quran and the Kitabs, Bible and the Torah, have become accepted. The Pandits, scriptures, and the Puranas are not respected. O Nanak, the Lord's name now is Rahman, the Merciful. But know that there is only one Creator. Nanak has obtained the glorious greatness of the Naam of the Lord. There is no action higher than this. If someone goes out to beg for what is already in his home, then he should be chastised. Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, page 902, 903. Guru Nanak Dev Ji sang the Shabad in Rag Ramkali in a loud and high pitch. Hearing him, many people came to him. They all sat down with love. There were many wise Pandits in the crowd who heard the Shabad and said, "Please tell us the meaning of the Shabad. We see you as a great saint." Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji spoke about the meanings of the Shabad. O wise ones, listen with your focused minds. The moon, sun, stars, earth and wind are the same as they were in the 3 other yugas. The buddhis of the people have become dirty though. This is what Kalyug is. There is no hope for the people of Kalyug. Their age is less. In rain, bubbles are formed in the water and pop. That's how the people of Kalyug are. They are born and die in an instant. Kalyug didn't come from any country, nor did it go to any country. It didn't make a fort nor a place to reside. Kalyug is the state of mind, the bad deeds and bad thoughts that people took on. That was the sign of Kalyug. Chastity, sat, and tap. The one who claimed to practice these, they were not complete. If one would do the Simran of the Naam, they are slandered by everyone as doing a backwards thing. In Satyug, if a sinner did one sin, the whole country would suffer. In Treta, the whole city would suffer. In Dwapar, the whole family would suffer. Their family was destroyed. In Kali-yuga, whoever sins, they alone suffer for it. Whom the Satguru forgives and gives them the gift of Nam, they are only saved. There is no other solution. Churning the Atharvaved, summarizing and pondering on it, it is determined that singing the glory of Parameshwar is the best. Bathing and worshipping the Thakuras is useless till one does not cleanse the attachment and jealousy from the heart. Everything else is useless. Truth is not earned nor spoken in Kali-yuga. Purity is not achieved. The true name only breaks the bonds of attachment. The mind is impure. They show off being hypocrites. They suffer punishment of the stick of the jums. A peacock has beautiful colors and sings melodious songs. After all, it only pecks at dirty insects. That's how the people of Kali-yuga are. They wear nice clothes and speak sweetly, but are filled with lust and anger. They are trapped with greed. Ego drenches their minds. They go to hell and feel the great pain. They then regret their actions when they are trapped by the jums. The greatness is achieved by the Simran of the Nam. There is nothing bigger than this. Otherwise, one is chastised by others who leave the Guru and begs from others. When Satguru said this, the hypocrites that were sitting, they were embarrassed. The Pandits questioned Guruji, "Whose upasana do you do in your mind? Do you do the Seva of the Nirgun or the Sargun? Please tell us your way." Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji heard this and said, "I haven't given any significance to the difference of the Sargun and the Nirgun. If there was a difference, then I would do the different Sevas. See the Nirgun and Sargun as the same. The ones who see a difference are unwise people. The Nirgun Brahm is in all, as the Chetana, the consciousness. It can be seen as the same in all. The one that played in the Brij was the Sargun form of the Nirgun. He came as the Krishan avatar, who lightened the load of Dharti, the earth. Ingrain his plays in your heart and make your heart pure. Wash your corruption. You are bonded by the attachment of the world. You can only be released if you do the Simran of Hari. Committing sins, you will feel pain in the end time. Chant the name, which will give you joy. Singing the glory of Hari in Kali-yuga is a supreme act. There is nothing equal to it. Do the bhakti and achieve joy. If you remain hypocrites, you will be in pain. Hearing the words that gave mukti, from the mouth of the giver of mukti, the people made their hearts pure and bowed to Guruji. They became Guruji's Sikhs and were in peace. Many pilgrims came to Guruji and bowed to him. They placed gifts in front of him and heard his words. They saw Guruji as the great avatar. Guruji said to all, "Do the Simran of the Master of the Universe. Do the Prema Bhakti. Your corruption from the mind will be destroyed. If you do this, you will receive mukti." Guruji stayed there for 3 days. He destroyed the hypocrisy and travelled on. He saved many in the area that committed lustful acts while taking advantage of the dance of Krishna and Radha. Guruji destroyed the pain with his discussions. He gave joy to all. Where Ayodhya was located, we all arrived there in the blink of an eye as we all talked. Guruji came to the river Sirju. Satguruji grinded hypocrisy. The people of Ayodhya heard of Guruji's arrival. The people of Ayodhya came to where the light of the Bedis was sitting. Many Pandits came and sat in front of Guruji. They all bowed with love in their hearts. They were happy to see Guruji's beautiful form. When a great crowd gathered in front of Guruji, Guruji said, "I heard Shri Ramji took all of the citizens of Ayodhya with him to Vaikuntha. He took both high and low castes. Where did this city come from, where I see big houses?" The Pandits heard this and said, "Shri Ramji only took the Jeeves. These homes all stayed. The Jeeves only went to Vaikuntha." Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, "They went to Vaikuntha who did Shri Ramji's darshan with faith. You should do the Simran of the Nam. You will go to Vaikuntha as well. You will live there. When you do the Prema Bhakti, after meeting the true Guru, your attachment will be destroyed. The darshan of the complete Sadguru is successful. To do the Simran of the Nam, which will help you in the end. Become Gurmukhs, always thinking of the Guru, and let go of your desires and vices. You will be saved along with your ancestors." The Pandits heard this and said, "How many types of Gurus are there?" Guruji spoke to give them the answer. One type of Guru is the Pandit Guru. Another is the Avdut, who was not educated but is a Tapasvi. Another is the Mahapurukh, who is great and has a pure buddhi. Listen to their characteristics. The Pandit, educated Guru, can't swim, but says, "There is the other shore. You can swim and get across. That's how you can cross the river." He doesn't know how to swim, but preaches to go across. He doesn't do it himself, but gives sermons on what to do. This is the Pandit Guru. He can translate the Vedas and the Puranas, but is stuck in greed and attachment, spending his whole life. Meeting such a Guru, one is rewarded, but one does not get the Gyan in the heart. The Avdut Guru, uneducated, but a good tapasvi, he does not know Vidya. He met a saint and became a jogi. He received the Gyan in the heart and destroyed his attachment to the world. He can swim across the river, but can't take others across. Just as a stick floats in water, it can float but not save others. That is how the Avdut Guru is. The Mahapurukh Gurus are experts in all Vidyas. If a person meets such a Guru, they receive mukti easily. However, whoever he gives the wisdom to, he can give them Gyan. Such great beings give joy to all. Seeing their great nature, if one earns themselves, they are blessed. They don't go to the dimension of the jums. If one is to take another across the river, that person is like a ferryman. They can take them across on a canoe or a floating device. The darshan of such a Mahapurukh Guru, the sins are washed away. The Mahapurukh Guru is the giver of joy. Hearing Guruji's words, the people's minds were drenched in love. They bowed to Guruji's feet and recognized him as the giver of mukti. They said, "This world is full of pain. Please be compassionate and save us. Make us your Sikhs. Give us your good wisdom. We have heard of your glories before. You finally gave us your darshan." Seeing the humility of the people, the compassionate one gave them the beautiful wisdom. Understand in your heart that the world is not going to last. It is anitya. Do the Simran of the Satnam every day. Practice stilling your man. When you keep practicing, you will meet with the blissful Prabhu. When you see the world as a myth, which will not last, your thoughts will easily stop. Giving the wisdom to the people of Ayudhya, Guruji set off from there. Where Kanshi is now, we all arrived there. Guruji saw a nice place near the shores of the Ganga and sat down. The water was pure and the waves were strong. The servants of Hari loved the Satnam. The wise Pandits lived in that city. When they heard of Guruji's arrival, they all gathered and got ready to come to see Guruji with joy. They said, We have heard of complete saints. We will now go and do his darshan." Many men and Pandits came. They came and bowed their heads to Guruji. They sat down with faith. They all questioned Guruji. "We read the Vedas and Shastras every day, along with listening to them. This is our daily practice. We still are not at peace, nor is our ego destroyed." Shri Guruji heard this and said, "O Pandits, listen to my words and think about it. You have corruption in your minds, so how would you follow what the Vedas say? Your heart wishes for pleasures and vices. The buddhi which gives peace, you have taken it out. When you recite the Vedas and Shastras, you are just showing off." Guruji then said a shabad, Sri Rag Mahela Pehla. "Greed is the dog, falsehood is the chuda, street sweeper. Cheating is eating a rotting carcass. Slandering others is putting the filth of others into your own mouth. The fire of danger is the Chandal, who burns dead bodies at the cemetery. I am caught in these tastes and flavors and in self-conceited praise. These are my actions, O Kartar. O Baba, speak only that which will bring you honor. They alone are high of high, who are judged good at the Lord's door. Those with bad karma can only sit and weep. The pleasures of gold and silver, the pleasures of women, the pleasures of fragrances, the pleasure of horses, the pleasures of soft beds and homes, the pleasure of sweet treats, and the pleasure of meat. These pleasures of the human body are so numerous. How can the Nam, the name of the Lord, dwell in the heart? These words are acceptable, which, when spoken, bring honor. Harsh words bring regret. Listen, O foolish and ignorant mind. Those who are pleasing to him are good. What else is there to be said of others? That wisdom, that honor, and that wealth are good of those whose hearts has the Prameshwar living in them. What praise can be offered to them? What other adornments can be bestowed upon them? O Nanak, those who lack the Lord's glance of grace do not give charity, nor do they say the Lord's name. Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, page 15. Be truthful to your minds. Do not indulge in pleasures and vices. You are stuck in the pleasures of vices. So how can the taste and bliss of the Nam come to you? There are two ways to read. One is how a player reads, and the other is how a warrior reads. One is false. The warrior's way is successful. The player, the showman, he has learnt, but he does not touch the opponent's body with his weapon. He wants to protect the other's body and his own. He doesn't let the weapon touch. He does this to entertain and to earn money, to show off to others. He reads, but does not follow. It is useless to read. It is like the black thunder without water. The warrior saint, on the other hand, reads and listens with love. They do satsang with love. They know that Agyan is their enemy. They make sure they destroy the ignorance, lust, anger, greed, and ego. The warrior strikes these body parts of Agyan to destroy them. The Shabads of the Satguru are the weapons. The saints use these weapons to strike without delay. They strike the ignorance every day. This is the Vidya of the warrior. I will give you another example by which you are not at peace. The Shastras are like weapons. The Man is the lion. The ones who strike the lion with these weapons, they are great. The Kavis that wrote the Shastras are like forging the weapons. The Pandits who translate the Shastras are like the Sikligars who clean the weapons. The ones who read the Shastras and kill the lion of the Man, they are the warriors. The ones that read to make a living, they are like the merchants who sell the weapons. The ones who kill the lion of Man, they are glorified in the world as the strongest. That person is the wielder of the weapon. The others call themselves warriors, but they are not warriors. Hearing these words, the scholars of Kanshi spoke, whoever dies in the city of Shiva, they receive mukti and have their sins washed away. The Shastras have spoken about this significance. Whoever dies here goes to the dimension of Seva. This place is glorified for this reason. This place is the supreme. The Guru of the world spoke, when the time of death comes, one has to have the mantra of Ram spoken into the ear. Shivji says this mantra in their ear to give them mukti. Only then can one achieve mukti. It is the glory of the Nam, not the city, that the Shastras speak about. It doesn't matter which land or country you are in. The hearts where the Nam lives, they are given mukti. Kabirji left Kanshi and went to Maghar, which was cursed as a land of Hadamba by Vyas, to do the Simran of the Nam. He stayed in Maghar and did the Satsangat. He received mukti when he left his body. Understand that the giver of mukti is only the Satnam. It is illuminated in the body, it is illuminated in the whole world. There is nothing else that can give mukti, even by millions of efforts. The Pandits heard this and said, there are many names of Hari. Which is the name that gives mukti? Please tell us the beautiful name. Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, the ferry takes everyone across the river. On which ferry one boards, it takes you across. One utilizes that ferry. One is in joy as they reach the joyful shore. The name which is given to you by the Guru, that is the one that will give you mukti. The one who ingrains the wisdom of the Guru in their heart, that person crosses this world ocean. Hearing these beautiful words, the Pandit said, please see us as your humble servants and give us mukti. We are on the shelter of your feet. There is nobody equal to you. Your darshan is successful. Our pain of rebirth is gone. When Guruji heard this, he said the words of mukti, chant the Satnam, the three illnesses will be destroyed. The people who took the Nam become Sikhs of the Guru. They did the Simran of Guru and destroyed their doubt. Guruji stayed in Kanshi for a few more days. He then saw his mission to save the world and left this place. That is the end of the chapter. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.